All right, Zach, let's begin with some hockey talk. Of course, the effort was better last night than it was on Saturday. What are some of the things that you liked from your team and maybe some things that you still need to improve on?
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well, even strength. I think we limited chances. We got some looks, and then obviously special teams needed to be better in that game. I think they outscored us 3-0 there, so we cleaned that up.
What do you make of getting all of these shots towards the net and not necessarily getting rewarded with it every night?
Yeah, it's process-based, right? You keep doing it, eventually it's going to go in, and that shooting percentage will even out. So we just got to keep getting our looks, and they'll go in.
Some common messaging between you right now and your teammates throughout the week, process-based. What is the Edmonton Oilers process? What does that look like?
Playing fast. I think that's the foundation of our game is speed and playing quick, and then obviously limiting turnovers and playing smart and holding on to pucks, making plays. I think we're a pretty skilled team, so we can use that to our advantage, but we can't let it hurt us.
When you're getting a high amount of shot totals, but maybe not as many goals as you guys had hoped, what's the key to not being frustrated during that process?
Yeah, you play long enough, you know it evens out. So just sticking with it, making sure that you continue to do the same things, you don't get discouraged, and the results will come.
You guys have already faced off against the New Jersey Devils this year. What kind of challenges do they pose tomorrow?
Obviously, high skill team on offense, and with their back end too. Some high skill players on both sides of the puck there. So I got to be prepared for that. Got to know who you're out there with, and just got to play with skill and speed.
Two change-ups coming your way. One, do you watch any players around the NHL like on a day-in basis, or do you just kind of watch as a game of hockey kind of thing?
I don't have time anymore. I got sound old, but when I'm at home, I try to just be with the kids and be present with the family. So don't really watch too much hockey anymore. When I was younger and I was just me and my wife, it was easy to tune in, take a couple games, and especially being now Mountain Time, it's even better. You get the early games. So the only hockey I watch is before games at home. We do like a hot stove with the guys, and we watch the early games, and that's always fun.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
Well, I was a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. Grew up in Toronto, so guys like Matt Sundin, Gary Roberts, those types of guys were guys I looked up to.
Who's one player that you grew up watching that you try to most emulate your game around?
Man, there's lots. I remember watching Thomas Holmstrom with the Detroit Red Wings, and he's someone who's always around the net, around the puck. He was able to deflect goals, things like that. Toronto guy was Darcy Tucker, who always played with an edge and kind of always had a nose for the net. So those guys were guys who I watched closely, I'd say.